Srinjoy, help us understand the situation is changing at a rapid pace in Bangladesh.
Yes, as far as Bangladesh is concerned, it's getting to a stage where nothing is certain, because here the army has decided that Sheikh Hasina, who is the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, has to be moved by helicopter to a safer location. So if that is so, it is very clear that things are getting out of hand, because even yesterday 97 people were killed in the fighting, 14 policemen have died. We know that the army is on the streets, and this decision to Sheikh Hasina to move to a safer place has come from the Bangladesh army. So it is very clear that this is something that has to be sorted out. Things are going to get worse. That is the assessment of the army. That is the assessment of the Bangladesh government, which is why Sheikh Hasina and her close relatives have moved out to a safer location. Naturally, we don't know where that safe location is, but it will definitely be in a safe area, probably a cantonment.
No, is the safer location India? Because there are certain reports also suggesting, as far as friendly relations with India is concerned, for the time being, Sheikh Hasina may seek refuge in India.
Well, that is always an option. She has lived in India when she needed to live in India, and she has a safe place in India. That can well be the case, but at least for the moment, at least now, she is Prime Minister of Bangladesh. She is the...
Right, lost that audio line with Srinjoy, but as he's been explaining, Sheikh Hasina, Prime Minister of Bangladesh, has left Dhaka. This is according to local reports that we are getting the information. She may be en route India, but it is still not clear. As far as the army there is concerned, also giving, when it comes to it, is not being said that this is a coup, but the army which is on ground, there is an indefinite curfew that has also been imposed. There are reports that clearly suggest that the army wants Sheikh Hasina to either leave the country or be at a safer location, because what is being reported through local media that Sheikh Hasina and her sister have left Gana Bhavan, which is the Premier's official residence, for a safer place. There are local reports that also talk about that she wanted to record a speech, but that could not happen. She couldn't get an opportunity. But there have been several casualties that has been reported, as the Bangladesh government already has imposed countrywide curfew. There is an internet clampdown as well. One of the deadliest Sundays that has witnessed the deaths of nearly 100 people in a single day. That, according to local media reports, has taken the toll beyond 300 during the recent anti-government protest as well. And even when it comes to reports of victory marches, that is also being reported, that is also coming in, where the people in a way are celebrating that they have achieved their goal, and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has left the country. As far as Bangladesh Army Chief is concerned, he was expected to address the country for the first time since the beginning of the deadliest anti-government protest is also concerned, but that too has been delayed with the death toll that has been rising in Bangladesh and the protesters demanding resignation of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. The government had also declared holidays as well. As far as the government industry was closed, the Bangladesh Army was patrolling the streets and urging everyone to obey the curfew rules. But it seems that when it comes to the situation that is volatile and has been rapidly developing, there has been local media reports that has been talking about that it may have been the case where Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina may have left the country. Is she en route India? Is she on her way to a safer location within Bangladesh? This is something which is not clear as of now. But victory marches that are being taken out in Bangladesh, this is what the local media has been reporting. Rishabh continues to be with us. Rishabh, what has been the army's role over here? In a way also suggesting that the army could also address the nation on the ongoing developing situation.
See, there are three things that we need to understand here, and while we are joining dots now, when the initial protests began in early July, there was a letter, not signed, not a letterhead, which mentioned that the junior officers of army are not very happy the way civilian government is functioning, and they are deploying the officers and army personnel to cull the protest in various parts of Bangladesh. No one owned that letter, but in a way, army was testing waters with that letter being put in public. The letter was posted from via an activist in a third country and was made was propagated to a point where everyone was talking about that letter, but army did not own up to that. After that, army realized that the protesters are not going to be culled down in a civilian manner, and that's when the army stepped in, is what army believes. The ISPR of Bangladesh has told Times Now that the way army felt that the protest can be stopped is only by taking things in their own hands.
Rishabh, super exclusive visuals with Times Now right now. Let's play out those visuals. This is probably the last moment that Sheikh Hasina was spotted before she boarded that chopper. And her exact location right now is not known what the destination is of Sheikh Hasina, but there is the chopper. And this is where Sheikh Hasina was last seen. What has now been reported that she has left Bangladesh. There on your screens, exclusive pictures only with Times Now that we are reporting of Sheikh Hasina, where she was apparently last reported to have been escorted on that chopper. And we don't know where is that chopper headed. Is that chopper headed to a safer location within Bangladesh? Is the chopper headed towards India, or is the chopper headed towards another third location, Rishabh? We still don't know, but this could be the last moments where Sheikh Hasina was seen before boarding the chopper.
Well, definitely. The prominent newspaper and news channel Pratham Dino is now reporting that she has taken off for India. And as we are talking, for our viewers, we have to break this piece of news as well, that hundreds of protesters have now from the official premier residence of Bangladesh, the Gana Bhavan in Dhaka, which means Sheikh Hasina, just after she took off from Dhaka for a safer location, which could very well be India, is what local media suggesting. Her official residence has been stormed by protesters. She was not able to even record a speech that she wanted to put on social media for the people of Bangladesh.
Information there, but this is all part of the local media that has been reporting. Shinjoy, coming back to you on that. What happens with the army chief? What happens with Sheikh Hasina, Prime Minister? Where exactly is she headed? We are looking at pictures of victory marches as well. And even when it comes to the Premier House, that has also been taken over by protesters. Such has been the information coming in.
Yes, first of all, if she's left in a helicopter, it just suggests that it will be in a cantonment within Bangladesh. She could look at moving to India or any other country sometime in the near future. But for immediately, in a helicopter, to go all the way to India in a helicopter doesn't quite make sense. So it's entirely possible, at least for now, she will be in a camp and in a safe location somewhere in Bangladesh. After that, yes, a helicopter is a India is a possibility, any other country is a possibility. There's no problem with that. But as of now, it looks like the army wants her to be in a safe place. And if the army wants her to be in a safe place, it could well be a cantonment within Bangladesh. One of those safe cantonments within Bangladesh where she can be safe. That's the primary issue here. That's the primary thing here. That the safety of Sheikh Hasina and her family. The army knows that what happened with her father, her mother, her brothers, and so on. So she is the one person who needs protection. So as a result, it's particularly important that Sheikh Hasina is protected. And if the army wants to protect her, which is what we are seeing, they will have to move her to a safe location,
in a position
which could
to give
well
a deadline to Sheikh Hasina that resign and give an honorable exit within 45 minutes. Is the army in such a situation to give directions?
Yes, if the army wants her to move out of power, they will still, that is entirely possible. Because then, once she resigns, then certain other things can happen. But they will need to protect, and therefore she will have to be in a camp.
All right, the situation
After
that has
that,
been developing as far as we talk about, because even when it comes to the army chief in Bangladesh was to address the nation, but Shinjo, apparently that too has gotten delayed.
Yes, that's right. So may want her to resign, but they want her safe. So that's the thing. She will be in an army safe area, is what you can expect.
All right, what happens from here on? Because here, as far as the reports that have been talking about, this is a conspiracy by Pakistan ISI. And there have been certain reports as to how these protesters are not students. They are other elements who are in a way involved when it comes to high-tech weapons that have also been used in these protests.
Well, it is entirely possible that the Jamaat has used its funds for all the weapons that it has purchased, because the Jamaat has been a worry for this government. It has been a worry for Bangladesh, and it has got considerable support from Pakistan. There has been talk of the Pakistani envoys in Bangladesh helping the Jamaat, and it is entirely possible that that is so. Now, what happens with Hasina is what we have to see. This is a protest that has gone completely out of town. So now we will have to see what the army does.
All right.
And what.
Shinjoy, we're getting directly reports from Bangladesh now. I believe Rashid is connected with us. Rashid, can you hear me?
Honestly, I can hear you.
Yes, please tell us what's happening in Bangladesh.
Against Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. I'm sorry, I don't know where is she, but I can only see you. This is the road which connects the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's house. That's called Gana Bhavan. And you see the people.
Is this a victory march, Rashid? What's happening right now?
People just celebrating the day. People just celebrating the day.
People are celebrating. Where is Sheikh Hasina, Rashid? Is there any information where she is headed? Where is Sheikh Hasina? Rashid, where is Sheikh Hasina? Where is she headed?